Alright everybody, so I used some stencils from Ace Hardware and use a black color marker to write down these numbers on my boat. However, they're kind of not on there the best. I could have spray painted it on, but I was worried that it would be much of a mess, and this was a lot easier. I think in the future, when I have to redo it, I'll just sand the boat. I didn't even do that. I just wiped it clean with alcohol, but I think sanding the boat would help. And then this is my idea for the hang tag. I mean, the registration tags. I taped up closed little binder pocket from Office Depot. And then I'm gonna drive to the lake today and then just cruise around. Hopefully that should be okay. One thing that I've heard is that West Marine sells those huge little hang tablets that you could put your numbers on and your stickers on. But I've also heard that people gotten in trouble because it's a law that the numbers have to be permanently attached to the boat. They didn't say anything about the registration stickers, but the numbers for sure. So I have that taken care of. If this is bad or not, I don't know. I'll find out. If I find out, hopefully with not a fine, but that should do it. So this is the idea. This is the top of the binder where everything slides in, and when I'm driving down the road or flying across the lake, I don't want the stuff to fall out. So that's just gonna be closed out. There's a little space right here. Hopefully I can almost cut myself. And just cut off the excess tape. And this thing should be fully sealed. And then we're gonna zip tie it to the other side, so that it doesn't slide around the rope like that back and forth. My dinghy has one of these things through it. It has this little weird rope thing, so I'm sticking it through there. That way this kind of stays in one place for the most part. And then this back one, just run it just around there like that. Just hold it on. I don't want to use the last hole on the binder thing just in case this one rips, but this paper feels relatively strong. Like you'd have to I don't know, you have to yank on it for it to come off. And I'm gonna try to fold down the zip ties so that I have excess, and I can try to reuse these zip ties when the time comes that I de-inflate this and I can't have this on here. Or I could probably even leave this inflated. I mean, I could probably leave this on here when I deflate it into the bag. Yeah. Hopefully that's good. Alright, lights are working beautiful on these trailers. On the, I don't know what you call them, the 4-pin connectors. If the blinkers are working and the driving lights are working, that means all lights are working, even the brake light. Alright, we are on our way to Folsom Lake. Everything looks good, everything's towing good. The Forerunners running like a champ. And my dad's calling me. One thing I'm worried about is those tags are flip-flapping around. Should have put them on later. Hope they don't rip off. They probably won't. Lake looks beautiful today. There's a few people out here. You'd be up against the big boats in my little tiny inflatable boat. Alright, I successfully launched the boat. I would have had someone help record me, but I'm by myself and doing it solo. Let's take a look at the cars in the boat parking lot. Here's a Ford Explorer. Has this big, maybe ski boat trailer. There's this van that came in with a hot rod boat. Very, very loud. Seems cool, but not my cup of tea. I'm probably the one with the smallest boat out here today, or in this parking lot. This lake has I know of at least one other launch ramp. There's probably one more too. That looks like a little tin boat. Here's a Model X Tesla with a nice little trailer. I'm like an eighth of a mile from the boat ramp right now. It's all the way down there. My boat's left unattended. But it started in 3 pulls. So that means that's awesome. We have exited the 5-mile-an-hour zone. We're on plane with about a quarter throttle. I leaned out the mixture on here because it's smoking a lot, but it's not doing the sneeze, so I know that it's not close to leaning out. So I'll open it up now. That's wide open. Some waves. No idea where these came from. Maybe the wind? I'm gonna drop my phone. Oh! 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 That was fun. I landed hard on my knee though. My calf. I need to adjust that idle. Maybe I'll do it right now. Alright everybody, supposedly this right here is the idle screw. The thing about it though is it's already like far in. When I first got the motor, this screw was all the way out. Could be that my uncle adjusted it, but he hasn't touched it in years, and I'm gonna tighten it, turn it to the right, and that will bring the throttle arm slightly up. Alright. So far, it seems happy, just not at idle. Guys, it looks like I figured it out. I had the air fuel mixture a whole turn too rich. so I turned it to the right a whole turnabout, and it seems to be very happy. I mean, I might have to adjust it when I put the hood on. Another thing is this lake is higher elevation from where I usually go, probably like 500 feet. But I normally go with the delta, which is about sea level. Yeah, that's reverse. That's forward. It's a little rough, but it didn't die. And this is how the throttle should be. Look how smooth that was. That's one happy motor now. I feel safer on the floor. I'm getting kind of sore from this angle. But I'm sitting in the middle for the weight distribution. Oh, here's some waves. Oh. Woo. There's some branches. I want to try to get to the north side of the lake. That's where there's normally beaches you drive on, but since the water's so high up, I don't know how much of beach is left. There's two ski boats over there. I'm gonna try to hit their wakes as fast as I feel safe, but it's all fun. That thing's got ballast tanks, so the waves are gonna be huge. I don't know if they're racing or whatnot. I'll tell you what I'll do though is I'll race to their wake. Oh, there's some more wigs. Oh! This is what it's all about. This is the life. I'll tell you what, it took a small eternity to get from all the way over there, somewhere over there, to the north ramp of the lake, but we're here. It looks like the tallest ramp over there. Oh, it looks like they have it in service. They got this long ramp over here, and then the main one over there. Before, this was all land that I'm riding on. but we're probably about 20 feet up. We used to be able to park here and it was a little beach last year. Motor's running pretty good. The transition from like mid-throttle though is kind of rough sometimes. But this was a very inexpensive motor when it came out. I'm not saying it's cheap, just maybe a few corners might have been cut compared to the Evinrude's. But I'm happy. And I think it's gonna last. See, the motor's kind of indecisive at that certain RPM, certain throttle point, right here. Give it a little more, and it smooths out. Could be the timing slightly off, but yeah. So bring the idle down low, and it's happy. This is a 5-mile-an-hour zone, probably because there's a lot of obstacles down here. Alright, we're very poorly tied up. But we don't seem to be going anywhere. I got the engine pulled up a little bit. For no reason, because the water's still like 3 feet deep. But just in case. It's nice and windy. I mean, not too windy, breezy. See the water here, some little ripples, 4-inch waves, but since it's a lake, they're very the frequency is very, the waves are close together, floating kind of away, me going back and forth. I could see myself falling asleep on this boat and getting seasick. Overall, the boat's done a good job. The motor's done a lot better than I could have asked. It's running relatively smooth. How many old two-strokes do you know that run smooth? I mean, my uncle's 25 horse Mercury. It revs up pretty smooth. But this one, I got it pretty smooth today, so that's good. I'm on top of the parking lot. I ran aground and the motor hit the ground like a couple times like a dummy. And it keeps dying now. Might be a lean. Out here on Folsom Lake. And I clogged my top speed on my 10.8 Costco inflatable boat. I clocked 20 miles an hour at like the fastest parts, but it did a 19 consistent. 20 miles an hour was the top speed. I was able to hold it for like 5 seconds. So not bad. Not bad. I think it tops 19 out if I'm by myself on my 14-foot aluminum. Yeah. Alright, back on the boat we go. We have to back up pretty deep. There's probably water getting inside that light. Hopefully not, but Exhaust tip is on the water. Let's go.